this is Rachel from RightStart. I understand you had a question about Level E, Lesson 132, specifically the activities for Worksheet 104. We are given 6 different triangles, and it works best if you actually put it on the geo board. If we can, then that way the student can see this a lot clearer, and actually it would help the student get to those answers better. So basically what we're going to do is the same activity for each one of these and fill in one row at a time. So this first row, this first triangle is we're going to fill in those. The second triangle, we're going to fill in the second line. The third triangle, the third line, fourth, and so forth. All right, so I'm going to walk you through number 1, and we're going to fill in the first row here. All right, so this is the triangle. There's several different ways we can take a look at the area for this. First of all, the formula for the finding the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So we know it's 6 times 6, which is 36, divided by 2, which will give us 18. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Just to confirm that, that squeaked. This triangle is half of the geoboard, right? So the whole geoboard is a full square. So if I had this going all the way up here, let me see if I can do that without the triangle or the rubber band breaking. This is an entire square. The entire area of the square is 6 times 6, which is 36. But this triangle is only half of it, making the formula for this triangle 1/2 base times height. So anyway, we calculated that. That's to be 18. Now, finding the midpoints. All right, so we're going to find the midpoints for each of these sides of the triangle. So here's the midpoint. So I'm going to put the triangle or my rubber band there. The midpoint for this line is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. So now these 2 lines have the midpoint. Now I'm going to find the midpoint for this one, and that would be right here. So I have basically made a small triangle within the large triangle. Now the question is, for the next line or the next part of this chart, is to find the area of the small triangle. Well, because we use the midpoints of each of these lines, each one of these triangles are exactly the same space. Takes up the exact same space. So let's use our formula for the triangle, which is half of base times height. And we have the base is 3, the height is 3, so that would be 9, and half of that is 4.5. So that's our area for the small triangle. We can confirm that by going 1, 2, we have a whole square here, a whole square there, 2, 3, and then we have 2 halves here, which take us to 4, and an extra half here, which takes us to 4.5. We will find that same thing for any of these smaller triangles. 1, 2, 3 full ones, 2 halves to make another full one, so that's 4 and then a half. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. So we have the area for the small triangle. Now let's take a look at the parallelogram. The parallelogram is this shape right here. We're going to ignore this line here. In fact, well, I can't take that off without it messing up with the triangle. But this is the shape here. Now, obviously, this, if you look at it closely, this is the same as that. We have basically 2 small triangles here, right? 1, 2. So you see this parallelogram? So if we have 2 small triangles, and we know what each small triangle is, 4.5, that gives us a total, we have to double it, right? Because we have 2 of the triangles. So that gives us a total of 9. All right, but we can confirm that. We have 1, 2 full ones, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 7, 2 of them for 7, 2 more for 8, 2 more for 9. So that works. All right, so now we need to find the area of the trapezoid. Now the trapezoid is this shape right here. It's everything but this. All right, now if that's the case, how many triangles are in there? There are 3 triangles, and we know the area of the small triangle. The small triangle is 4.5. So we are basically taking 4.5 taken 3 times. which will give us 9 plus 4.5, which is 13 and 1/2. So you don't have to know the formula for it. What we're looking for is the common sense, the thinking through the process. We can see that as a trapezoid, and we see that we have 3 of these small triangles in there, and we know the area of that triangle, so we can calculate the area of the trapezoid. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. Take care. Bye-bye.